You're an acid junkie, college flunky, dirty puppy, daddy bastard. Sounds like my first boyfriend. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kyle, and if you're new here, this is where we geek out about vinyl records, music, movies, and media. And today we've got a fun one in store. We're going to be discussing the Scissor Sisters self-titled debut album on vinyl. This is the 20th anniversary limited edition copy of the record. The original album came out on July 27th of 2004 in North America, but this version just became available on November 22nd of 2024. Well, 2025 is turning out to be the year of the Scissor Sisters' return, as Jake Shears, Baby Daddy, and Del Marquis have reunited, and not only have they given us this sickening repressing of their self-titled debut album, but the threesome are also going to be going on tour this spring in the UK and Ireland. And I am so jealous because the UK, they just get all of the best acts, I swear to God. I've never been scissored before, and I am really hoping that if all goes well, that they're going to jump across the pond and come and do some North American cities as well, because I really, really want to see them in concert. Anyway, back to the album. So this album was released at a time when queer music and queer artists were still very much taboo, and they were largely still being forced back into their closets for the most part. Obviously, there were exceptions. So to have this band of queer identifying misfits, well, mostly queer identifying, I guess Patty Boom is straight, but you know, this gang of misfits hitting the world stage at the commercial level that they did, that was really extraordinary for the time. They just brought the fun and the glam and the grits and honestly the humor of the gay lifestyle or the queer lifestyle to the mainstream media. And being a 22-year-old gay kid from the suburbs at the time it was rare to have that kind of outward representation of how you felt on the inside. So to be given this album, this collection of songs to laugh and cry and dance and really to identify with, you know, it was like being given the keys to the bathhouse. I mean, let's just look at this album cover to start with. You know, at 22, I had just come out to my family and friends the year before, and although I lived in a suburb of Toronto, I was actually traveling a lot at that time into the city because there was no real gay culture where I grew up. You know, everything was very sheltered and guarded, which is most suburban areas for gay kids. So to go into the city and into the gay village of Toronto with all the clubs and the bars and to finally be surrounded by people that, you know, were exactly like me or, you know, like-minded as I was, that was like jamming your finger into an electric socket. And that's exactly what I'm getting from this album cover because we have this, this virginal figure in the white dress, and she's walking from this serene, kind of utopian, safeguarded facade and strutting her ass into the seedy neon lights of the big city. And, you know, that's exactly what I was doing. And it perfectly represents that time in my life, you know? This was where self-expression was waiting to be explored. And then when we look at the sleeve of the album, we see all of these characters that we're going to encounter when we get there. And, you know, they're all strange and fabulous and you know, so different from what you're used to, but you still see yourself in them, or, you know, you see your tribe. You know, this is a gang of people that are going to become your friends. And of course then we get the lyrics on the sleeve as well to the 11 tracks that are on the album. And you all know how I love when the lyrics are included, because if you're going to be giving me a soundtrack to a phase in my life, then I want to know what the fuck you're saying. I don't want to have to make up my own lyrics, which I end up doing half the time. Of course, the album is stamped all over, like a heifer being branded at the OK Corral with the sisters' insignia. So we have it at the front, we have it at the back, we have it on the back of the sleeve. Well, I will say that I wish that the packaging had a few more pictures inside, or maybe even a gatefold collage spanning their career for the 20th anniversary, just to make it stand out a bit from the original 2004 packaging. I mean, there's nothing really new here that I haven't seen from the original buy. But I did read that they're going to be releasing an expanded edition of this sometime later this year. So maybe they're saving that idea for later, but I wish we had at least something new. That would have been really nice. And now it's time to reveal the vinyl itself, and da 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 da. Oh God, that's nice. Okay, yeah, this one is on a emerald green transparent vinyl, and wow, that's a stunner actually. Yeah, actually, when you hold it up to the light, you can see all these kind of swirls and swooshes that you don't see when it's just laying flat. And it really brings out the jewel tone of the album. Oh, but yeah, this is a standout. So really, really nice. So I'm gonna go take a listen to this, and I will be right back. Okay, we're back, and here we go with the Stars and Strikes. Take Your Mama is a great song. This is a song that is a combo of the Scissor Sisters meets Elton John. It's about going out on the town with your mother in tow and showing her how you and your friends have a good time. And I don't know if I would have brought my mom to a lot of the places I was going back then, because she probably would have just smacked me upside the head and asked, "Where the fuck have you taken me?" So I love that Jake and his mom had that kind of relationship. Really, really cute song. I love how joyful the entire song is from start to finish. Mary is a beautiful ballad. This one is about helping a friend out with personal demons while they're dealing with an illness and just wishing for more time with them before they pass. And what I love about this song is that it's sung in Jake's lower register for the most part, and his lower register is just so smooth and soothing. It makes me think of George Michael or Mark Almond's, the way it sounds. And I also love that the piano playing in the song gets more and more aggressive as the song goes on, and it's practically pounding during the final chorus. So that build of the music is really, really effective. And there's a saxophone solo towards the end of the song that I wish they had used more of, honestly. I wish they had maybe either used it at the beginning and the end or all the way throughout. But we just get this little clip of it in the final 20 seconds of the song as it fades out, and I was just like, bitch, I want more of that. Where the hell are you going? This one is a very, very smooth sounding song. It's a very sleek production. I love the celestial kind of futuristic synths on the song, and it seems by the lyrics to be about a voyeuristic cab driver or a designated driver, kind of checking out the couple in the back making out and, feeling each other up. Sadly, we've all been that couple in the back of a car, not giving a fuck that there's somebody else in the car with you. So yeah, this one's really fun. I really like this one. Okay, this one is a horny backroom banger if I ever heard one. This is a great one for the clubs. I love the heavy guitars and the dirty bass and the drums that are beating all the way through, the video game kind of synths and the laser gun sounds throughout. And I also love that there's this sound of a cymbal that happens at the beginning of each chorus before the choruses start. And it just makes me picture a guy sitting at the end of the bar kind of giving you a wink or a dirty smile, and I really like that actually. It's just that little ding kind of sound, and yeah, really cheeky production, really fun to dance to, a really good song. Such a standout. It's probably my favorite song. The funk rock elements are just such a standout on this song. It really makes me think of the song Nutbush City Limits by Tina Turner. And, the combo of the southern rock guitar riffs and the tambourine and these rhythmic staccato lyrics, it really drives the song, and it's just so fucking catchy. This is a great one to listen to in the car when you're driving. It just really gives you a lot of pep. Ooh, the closing track. Okay, acoustic guitar opening and then an electric guitar ending. such a great, song all the way through, comparing the ravages of crystal meth on the nightclub scene to the world of Return to Oz and Dark Crystal. These are two 80s movies about these beautiful fantasy worlds that are really destroyed by dark forces seeking power, and it's just such a beautiful metaphor in this song. Really, really sad song. Unfortunately, drugs and alcohol are such a big part of club culture, and some people just don't make it out, which is really sad. I'm happy that my only vice when I was doing the clubs was alcohol, and I just got to a point where I kind of got sick of it. But some people don't get to that point. Addiction is addiction, and it's a disease. So it's really sad to see people kind of destroy themselves and not be able to stop. And you wish you could help, but there's only so much you can do. The person has to really make that decision for themselves. So yeah, it's a really great closing number, and yeah, I also love the 70s vibe of the song. It's really great closer. Okay, the opening song of the album. I do like that the song has this show tune, kind of saloon style piano production all the way through, but it just doesn't grab my attention the way I would want it to for an opener. I just wish they had opened with something a bit stronger. Okay, this seems to be one of those songs that kind of conflicts with a lot of fans. So I do know that it's a Pink Floyd cover. And to be honest, I only listened to the original for the first time in preparation for this video, not gonna lie. But it's very different from the original, and I appreciate that they took their own take on it. But I just don't think that it fits in the overall sound of the album, and maybe it just would have been better to be a B-side rather than a track on the actual album. Oh, better luck next time. Yeah, better luck next time getting my attention, because it is the one night stand anthem that we all need. But I don't personally need it after the gloriousness of Music is a Victim. It just kind of falls flat when it follows such a banger. But to be honest, I probably wouldn't have liked anything that came out of after Music is a Victim, because it's such a perfect song to me. Okay, and this one, the ending couldn't come quickly enough, unfortunately. It feels like there's something missing from this song. I don't know what they could have added. It just seems like it's all over the place musically and melodically, and I just wish it were more cohesive. So what's my final verdict on the Scissor Sisters? I'm going to give her a 6 out of 10, and I'll explain why. I know that this is just a repressing for the 20th anniversary, but reading that they're releasing an expanded edition later in the year, I sort of wonder if this release was really necessary, as beautiful as it is. Because when I think of anniversary editions, I think of bonus content. I think of B-sides, I think of remixes, I think of additional artwork from the original release, and I'm gonna have to buy this all over again when the expanded edition comes out, because they didn't give me any of that here. So that kind of bothers me. But if this were the only release that they were going to give us for this momentous occasion, then I would probably give it an 8 out of 10. Yeah, but, because I'm just happy to have something to mark the occasion with. But, given that they're coming out with something even better later, yeah, didn't think it was really necessary, but happy to have it. I love the green vinyl. Well, that's it for this deep dive into the Scissor Sisters debut album. I hope you guys found it informative. Do you guys have this album at home? If so, let me know what you think of it in the comments below. Do you have a favorite song on the album, or do you have a memory that's tied to this album when it first was released or in the subsequent years since it came out? I would love to hear your stories. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Thanks again so much for watching, and as always, keep spinning those records. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!